I think we're at the point, Sam, you might have a few questions for me. We're going to take a little bit of a quick treat here and see the magic happen in living color.
Yes. Okay. So another feather on our bow.
Just another feather.
Something that's incredibly popular at networking events and trade shows is something we do called an Instahit. An Instahit is a personalized original mini song written for you and about you in under 3 minutes. We do it as roving entertainment, or like I said, very popular to get people on your booth at a trade show, to get the footfall and the energy going. So people love it. It's even easier than the team anthem because I just ask you a few questions and I do all the hard work. So Seth, we're going to write you a little insight about you and the Keynote Curators podcast. So Seth, just remind me, I know you're sort of your offices are Vegas, but you're based somewhere else, aren't you? Where are you?
I'm in Daniel Island, South Carolina.
South Carolina. I like it. And what do you love about your job?
Wow. I love making a difference in the impact and transforming lives and seeing people grow and expand and stretch beyond what they normally would do. And the discovery of it all. I love the discovery of it.
Love it. And what do you love? And I could answer this, but what do you love about this podcast? Which by the way, I've watched a couple of episodes in preparation, and I'm a fan. What did I watch today? What was it? Rashmi, someone?
Yeah, Rashmi. Yep, Rashmi.
It was awesome.
Yeah. She
anyway, what do you love
lose
about
her freedom to gain her freedom? That was my takeaway from there.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
what do you love about hosting this podcast, and why is it important to you?
Well, it's been a self-discovery for me, putting myself out there and experience a little bit of what the experts like you all do, whether it's performing with David Bowie or doing keynotes in front of 2,000 people. I'm naked and exposed to the world, and it's been really revitalizing, and it's been challenging, and it's pushed me out of my comfort zone and had me grow, and it's been a vehicle for me to connect better with my clients, my buyers, and the speakers that I work with.
Love that. Now, just for a little bit of fun, what did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a starting basketball player for the New York Knicks.
Oh, I love it. I was in New York last week. Wanted to be a baller. Wish I was a baller.
Yeah.
Wish I was a little bit taller. Exactly. Okay. Give me a letter between you play a bit of guitar, don't you, Seth?
I play a bit, self-taught, Okay. Nothing like David Bowie, but
well, that the Bowie reference for our audience is we have a regular in New York, or we used to use him a lot, didn't we, Angus, called Earl Slick, who was Bowie's guitarist since the 80s, and amazing guy. So who I saw recently.
Yeah, so we've used Earl and Bowie's drummer Sterling Campbell. So I actually had to perform Ziggy Stardust with those two guys. Ooh. I think I played bass and sang.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Don't get me going, Lady Stardust, Ziggy Stardust. It's all good.
Give me a letter, and then you guys can talk about Bowie or whatever you want, because I need 3 minutes. But quickly, give me a letter between A and G, Seth. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
D.
D.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. All right, I'm going to pop myself on mute, and you guys can just chat away.
You got it. Angus, I did want to pick your brain a little bit more for our audience. We've covered all, pretty well a lot of the programs that you do. Is there one in particular that you love personally, or that works better with different size audiences as opposed to other sizes? I know they work universally, but have you seen ones that have a little bit more of a tilt towards, being easier or better or more optimal?
Well, the thing is that the release on the primary program, the interactive songwriting program, the release has the same awesomeness to it, and it's kind of like the bigger the crowd, the better at that point. If I can get 50 people on the weight limits we always check the safety about, how many people you can get on the stage. If I can get 50 people on the stage standing and pumping their fists, and everybody else in what I call a mosh pit of love down in front of the stage, standing and pumping their fists. Lyrics are running on the screens. Everybody's able to sing the chorus. And that moment when we're almost all the way through the song, and then I cut the band, and I'm like, I cut the band and I just let the crowd sing it, like, and they're just all doing it. I think we had like 8,000 Mary Kay sales people singing one of the choruses at one point. That's like the high point. But I think the scalability means that for me, when I have 2,000 people and 20 minutes to get the song written, it's light touch and the extroverts rule the day. You know, who's got a line for us? What can we do? You know, let's get it written. That's great in its own way, in that it's high energy, energizing experience. If I have a little more time, if I've got, say, 75 to 90 minutes to do a team anthem, and they're seated at rounds, and I could really go in and say, look, the first 2 minutes of working on this song is totally quiet. You're working as individuals, because I'm separating my introverts from my extroverts, and I'm letting the introverts have a little more time to think, and I'm forcing the extroverts it's the most dreaded 2 minutes for the extrovert, because they can't be talking.
They want to be with other people, and the introverts don't want the time to end.
But I give them that so that then we go around and everyone contributes. And if you didn't write something down on a piece, if you had 2 minutes to write down the first thing you can think of and something that rhymes with it, that's on you. You know, I mean, anybody can do that. It's just a call to action. And then there's a call to accountability, because we're going to go around and hear what everybody had to offer. And even if you wrote down 2 words, like these are the 2 words that I'm thinking about based on what this song is supposed to be about, that's still contributing something. And we value everybody's contribution, but we also want to hold folks accountable to it. You know, like everybody had the time to do something. And I really love that, because it deepens that level of the program. And then, so those programs are more like 75 minutes. They work for groups less than 1,000 usually. But I've done, like close to 1,000 in that process. And we get almost everybody that then they're reading the lyrics out. And then somebody will, instead of reading their lyrics out, they want to rap it. They'll be like, somebody give me a beat, and they'll start. And you just start to get an elevating experience. So if I get the scale right and the length of time right, I'm always going to have just a great time.
Right. And I gather you would address that in the pre-event preparation, which is where you would do a lot of that. And then you would provide guidance to the client, to the buyer, to who the organization bringing you all in. It seems like Sam is ready.
He looks ready, but he always looks ready. He always looks good.
Doesn't he?
Your mic's
there we go. There he goes.
All right.
Is it Dexman? Am I saying that right, Seth?
It's Deckman.
Okay, I'm good.
Yes, you are.
Final line. This is why it's called an Instahit. There we go. Okay. Little song about Seth and the Keynote Curators podcast. Can you hear the guitar?
Yes.
Coming through?
Yes, I.
Okay, beautiful. I'm going to put a little bit of reverb on the vocal. I've not had a chance to rehearse, so you're hearing this live for the first time. Whoa, give it up for my man Seth. Thanks for having us as your guest. The Keynote Curator, he's the man. So give it up for Seth Deckman. Seth was born to make an impact. Yeah, making a difference every day, that's a fact. He's on his own podcast journey, full of challenges and self-discovery. He's connecting speakers with the right clients. He's stretching beyond, he's transforming lives. Whoa. Seeing people learn and grow. When it comes to keynotes, he's in the know. Come on, everybody, let's go. I said, give it up for my man Seth. Thanks for having us as your guest. He's the Keynote Curator. He's the man. Give it up for our very own Seth Deckman.
Wow. Bravo.
Little bit
Bravo.
sloppy in the middle there, but anyway.
Hey,
a great one.
Raw is real. You're the first
Raw.
ones to say that, right? Raw is real. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. That should be coming to the top of your charts somewhere soon. It's awesome.
I hope you like them.
That is an insta hit. It's like it's like a drive-through hit, right?
Boom.
You don't even have to leave the car. Boom. Wow.
In and out. Exactly. I'll that's the demo. I'll go into the studio and we'll win ourselves a Grammy. Hey, thank you for having us, mate. I really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun. I love getting to do it with Angus too. It's been really fun.
Yeah. No, look, when I saw you in Europe and I just made a mental note, you were busy on site, working the magic. I made a note. I said, we gotta, when the time is right, we gotta get you on the podcast.
You did. To your credit, you said, let's chat. And then I think we both got really busy and you came back and said, man, let's talk, let's do it. So I appreciate you chasing me up. We're so passionate about what we do, music, obviously, but also events and making them impactful, unique, unforgettable. And I met you and I was like, this guy's on the same page.